There's mosquitoes and noise from that construction this morning. I think the noise bothers me more because I was expecting to live somewhere quiet. Since I got here, it's been loud. No me gusta. Tarp is still on my roof. The appointment for the roofers who aren't insurance fraudsters got moved up because they had an opening, so they're swinging by on Monday, I think morning actually, which is good because insurance finally over a week later got back to me with a claim number. And I could tell the guy sounded actingly surprised that nobody had gotten him back to me. Like, they know that they're inundated right now. Just fess up, you know? Guess who's septic passed inspection? Yay. They probed around in the yard. The guy brought two, I guess, I don't think they were interns. I think that they're just new folks who graduated from school and are getting trained up on, I guess, how to do septic inspections. And oh, it's hilarious, the guy who did the digging, so they only redug up a little part of the wildflower spot up there, so there's a little bit of dirt, and I planted red and crimson clover over it. So the guy who did the digging, don't think he speaks all too much English, but what he pretty much managed to communicate to me is, your grass is long, I do mowing, and I asked him how much for the whole entire yard. He said $50. I said, okay, maybe I'll call you. So, maybe in a couple of weeks I might call him to do the whole entire yard, because in the past, man, these mosquitoes are bad. In the past week, while I was pulling sunflower seeds out of the sunflower heads, it took off the skin on at least 4 of my fingertips, and then I tried to mow, and that took off the skin on my thumbs and my palm and the side of my finger. So once again, I'm in the position that I was in, what was it, March or April, that I've got, I don't know if you can see that I've got skin, maybe I need to pull it back, skin missing on my hands again. It's been growing back since, I want to say Tuesday. It was either Monday or Tuesday that I tried to mow. So I haven't been able to do anything. The first couple of days, even like being alive hurt. So I managed to get one of those, I think it's winter luxury pie pumpkins into the oven. I've never made a pie from like straight up pumpkin, starting with a whole entire pumpkin. So I baked it up. I got a blender that one of my friends suggested. I put it in there. I licked my fingers after pureeing it up. Oh my god, it's the best pumpkin I've ever eaten in my whole entire life. So I'm definitely growing those again. I have the puree sitting in my fridge because I couldn't, like, my hands were so bad I couldn't mix with the wooden spoon. So maybe today I'll try to bake up some pumpkin pies. Oh, I'm so excited. The tomatoes that I had on my counter, one of them started rotting, even though it didn't look ripe yet. So I picked through all of them and I tossed all of them into, man, the noise. I tossed all of them into the freezer, except for the ones that were really green. So I'm gonna have a bunch of pear and cherry tomatoes in a gallon bag, and a bunch of those like oblong ones that I have in a bag for, I guess, winter time. I'm storing everything away like a little squirrel. I don't know what I'm going to do with those little orange melons. They smell good, but they don't taste like much. Maybe I need to just, like, I don't know, add sugar to them. Maybe I'll scoop them out and try to blend them up with some of those frozen cherries that I got and make myself a smoothie, or I don't know. Now that I have a blender, there's a world of possibilities. The gallon bag of, they're essentially patty pan squashes that I have, I think it can only fit 1 or 2 more in my freezer and then it's full, so I've done a good job of stashing those away for a sad winter day when I don't have any veggies. The neighbor's watermelon, it only makes melons in my yard. It doesn't make any in theirs. I feel so bad for them. I should give it to them even though it's in my yard. That would be the good thing to do. My watermelons don't have any melons yet though. I guess I'm gonna check on them this morning, but I don't think anything that I pollinated actually took. I think it rotted off a couple days later, which is totally frustrating because you had good pollen. What did you do? A jalapeno rotted off. I don't know what happened. So I went through and picked all my poblanos and also added them to the freezer. Yeah, the garden's definitely winding down. So I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna like chop everything up and just leave it in place to rot over the winter time, or if I'm gonna try to like empty the compost bin over what is here already and try to shove everything in the compost bin. I mean, it looks like a lot, but it'll rot down pretty well considering how much I've managed to shove in the compost bin. Yeah, that's about it. I got some Nepenthes seeds in the mail from, I think it's Nepenthes Love. I think that's what his name is on the forums. And there's a spider trying to make a web across me. Yeah, I think his name is Nepenthes Love. Or something like that. It's some really ventricosi cross. It's ridiculous. It's like vent by lowy by vent, and then I had sent him ventrinermis, so there's even more ventricosa in there, and then also straight up inermis, so I planted that up. So I have a ridiculous amount of Nepenthes seeds potted up in moss, considering I've only ever sprouted seed once successfully in a decade, so I don't know how I did it or what I'm doing. Hopefully all of it comes up. If it doesn't, I won't be surprised. If it does, I will be surprised. I don't really know what I'm doing with them because the batch that actually came up, I don't know how to successfully not kill them. They were looking super bad a week ago, so I added some water and I gave it a spritz of orchid fertilizer. I don't know what they need. I really don't know. I only know how to grow the bigger ones, like an inch across seedling big. I mean, I guess they're the size of stupid plants, but still. What else is happening with the carnivorous plants? I think some of the Venus flytraps out here that were trying to die after blooming are sort of coming back. So I'm trying to actually take pictures this morning instead of just relying on this vlog, because I used to take lots of pictures and then I think I got so busy this year. Like, despite the fact that everybody else is less busy this year, it's a very busy year for me because all the gardening. So I'm trying to go through and take pictures to update that pictures thread of mine. I'm trying to scare off the mosquitoes here on my legs while oh my god, they're so bad this morning. I think I'm gonna have to go in ASAP. I'm trying to take pictures of some stuff, I guess, then go in real quick. But otherwise I'm trying to take it kind of easy this weekend. Oh, my back is better, but I was working on it for a while. So, hilarious story. I had finally ordered myself that kind of expensive back brace that I was eyeing on Amazon for a while, because it isn't quite lumbar support, it's more of the SI joint support. But most back braces, because they're assuming you're like a 6 foot tall man, and I'm not a 6 foot tall man, hit a little bit high on my back and I keep having to pull them down. So I bought it, and luckily the FSA paid me back for it, which is great. And I walked into physical therapy with it, and they said, wow, we were just looking at braces to suggest for you to be wearing because your back has been so bad. So I guess we both decided it really was time. Even though at this point my back is good enough that I'm not like trying to rely on a back brace. But it was great timing. It was real great timing. So, in case you're keeping account, I have 3 back braces now. And this one's like a medium support. It isn't a heavy support. So I guess we'll see if I really throw my back out again, how it does. So I'm excited that I can finally do stuff again. I'm still trying to take it easy though, so I don't re-injure everything, and my skin is working on growing back on my hands, and I'm kind of a mess. So yeah, we'll see if I decide to mow the grass again, and if I decide to call that guy to come in and mow. I told the physical therapist I was gonna get a sod, and she was like, I do not recommend that. So obviously, because it's me, I'm still thinking about it. But I'm definitely so I'm eyeing those berry bushes. I'm gonna plant them along the side, on the other side of the kind of drainage ditch trench I have in my yard, because some of them kind of want full shade. I'm gonna get some gooseberries and stick them in here in these potato pots, I think, and see how they do. This area seems big enough that I could probably support like 8 to 10 gooseberries. They're my favorite, so I can't not buy them. And then I think I'm also gonna get some honeyberries, thimbleberries, elderberry, some cold hardy kiwi. I think there's a couple other berries in there that I was eyeing at one of the websites that sells a lot of food plants. But I guess I'm not putting in the trees yet if the septic system isn't coming out yet. So he said, oh, we'll just come through and re-inspect every year, because they're really like picky about being on top of it, because we're part of the Chesapeake watershed. So, I mean, fine. If I get a year from when the system fails, if I wait for that, then at the minimum 2 years from now I have to be paying for that and doing it. So I'm not putting in trees yet, because they would be growing into the septic system. But at least I'm not out $20K right now, because good luck squeezing it out of me, because I don't know where it's going to come from. Okay, enough of an update. These mosquitoes are killing me. Gotta finish my coffee, check out the watermelons, maybe pick some tomatoes. My beets look like they're getting ate by caterpillars again. Man, the caterpillars late in the season. What in the heck? Okay, till next time. Bye.